All right, it's day before race weekend, getting ready to head to Rudy's. So crazy day around here as normal, and just getting everything buttoned up here on the S10. Had a few things we got fixed up after lights out. Had some issues with higher than what we wanted crankcase pressure, and we thought we had maybe hurt a few pistons, but turned out we had some clearance issues on our top feed injectors, weren't seating in the head quite right. So that's where most of our pressure was coming from. Got everything fixed up, and I think we're ready to go. So just got the truck started a little bit ago and are going through doing some checks, making sure that all the nitrous is hooked up right, and hopefully be able to get the trailer loaded up and headed south tonight yet sometime. And stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So this is going to be all 3 kits. This is what's on in the truck after I think about a second and a half into the run. That's 3 136 jets on the big kit, and then we have 2 93 jets and a 99 jet on the second kit, and the first kit has 5 52 jets in the intake runner. So good bit of nitrous, but it's what allows us to run down the track clean and allows us to make good power.
Okay, we made it to Julia, North Carolina. We're at Piedmont Dragway. This is for Odss season opener. This is the first points race for the spring. It is a chilly day. We're here on Thursday. We're doing some testing today. We've been probably 6 months. This has been September of last year at Hardway Showdown since we've been on big tires. So we've been on radials since then, and so we've got to go back, make all our bar adjustments, get the big tires back on, get the wheelie bars back on. So we're just trying to make a couple licks today, get our feet wet back on the big tire, and hopefully be ready for qualifying tomorrow.
Alright, we've had a pretty slow day here at Rudy's on test day. We've only made 1 pass so far, well, 1 attempt. Just had a number of different things that we hadn't had time to do at home that we had to button up, and took us a while to get the truck on the limiter and get it ready to go. And made it up there and kicked the tires. So back for round 2, we took ballast off the front and loosened the front struts. Took the limiting straps, loosened those up on the front, so hoping to make the front be able to lift up easier and keep weight planted back on the back tire. So we'll go for another try and hopefully it goes better.
Well, today, to wrap up our test session, we learned that big tires, well, I think they still suck. I used to like them, but I think radials are better.
So, that being said, Brian knows everything about track. I know that it's a game.
Alright, so it's Friday here at Rudy's, and we're not scheduled to be on the track till 6 o'clock tonight, so we're taking the chance to do some maintenance and a few things that we didn't get time to do it done earlier this week. Yesterday we made 2 attempts at the track, didn't make it down either one. Really didn't have our ducks in a row and weren't able to get as much testing done yesterday as we wanted to, but we did make headways in the right direction. Took some weight off of the front and loosened the front suspension up to try to let the truck transfer weight, and it looked a little bit more promising, but when power came in we still shook the tires, so make a few more changes today and hopefully that'll work for Q1. And it's just going to take a little bit of time to get everything set back up from doing radial tire racing. But Cody's taking the valve cover off currently, getting ready to lash valves, just checking all of that, make sure everything's where it should be. The guys from Exergy are working on an updated kill switch that we're doing. We eliminated one of our relays, and turns out it wasn't quite as simple of a process as what we had hoped, so they're getting that figured out. And I'm working on getting quick connector fittings and stuff put on our oil system so that we can use Hot Shots oil filtration system. Hot Shots is wanting us to filter our oil between passes, so in essence it has one of their Franz filter setups on it. So between rounds, while we're doing cool downs, we can run it through that and have clean oil all the time. So we're going to get that all ready to go and see how that works.
Edwards out of Woodsboro, North Carolina. The Duramax Rudy Diesel lightly. Landed to 680.
got 2 qualifying rounds in already and haven't been able to get the truck down the track yet. So we were able to get it to 60 feet, and every time that we turn on lockup, it's shaking pretty bad and he's having to let out. So we tried that time, the Q2, we tried to move the nitrous, second kit of nitrous out, and still same results. So it kind of seems to be like the load that we're getting when we turn lockup on is just giving it too much power and it's not able to hold it. So we're gonna look at the data log and see what we need to do to, I don't know, we may need to just keep moving lockup out or maybe even turn it off just so we can for sure get down the track, because we only have 1 qualifier left. So not gonna be a fast weekend, but just looking for an A to B pass. With qualifying for today, and well, we suck. Alright, so we sat around and watched it rain all day yesterday, and now it is Sunday afternoon and we've got some beautiful weather to go racing, and the plan for today is to hopefully not suck. We have Nathaniel DeLong in the Rudy'S 4-wheel drive truck in the first round, and we went back to tried to go as close to the tune-up that we had at Hardway last fall. We went 421 on that tune-up, so it's still some differences. Our converter's different from when it was last year, and we went a little bit conservative on our nitrous tune-up, so hopefully just looking to get it to go down the track, and if we can move past round 1, we may have to step it up a little bit, because Ben Shaddy will have a bye in round 1, and then the winner of our race will face him. So see how it goes, and hopefully we do better than we did Friday night.
Here's the 671 landing. In the fire truck, moving in for left lane. He's going to take the win. Boston is in, Stan is in.
Take it. 150
to a 543 1 and 130. 5 with a 681.12 to a 5.
Okay, well, we finished up eliminations and we did not win the finals. We had all weekend that we qualified. We had 5 attempts between testing and qualifying that we didn't get it down the track. And so going into eliminations, round 1, we were pretty blind. We had a 2-hour powwow in the bus this morning, trying to go over logs, all the different previous settings, bar settings, just went back to the basics, made sure we had everything covered, go out in E1 and went a 435 at 181. Everything looked great in the data log. It was a conservative tune-up, and we were glad that everything worked out the way it was. So when we went to the finals, we just took that same thing. We added just a little bit of RPM into the hit, moved our nitrous and lockup in just a little bit, went up for the finals, and we did not leave well on the staging limiter. So I don't know, we had to jet down our staging nitrous lines so much in the cold because it was like 45, 50 degrees on Friday, and it kept doing nitrous backfires, so we had jetted down. And then today in the heat of day, earlier it was fine. In the finals it was not fine. We did not get it to the staging limiter and left it 12 pounds of boost, and it was just a dog. Drove into power and shook the tires and we had to let out. So altogether, it wasn't necessarily a Cinderella story of a weekend, but it was a good first points race. We worked a lot of bugs out. We got all our radial tire settings back out of the way, and I think we've got a good start for big tire into the season. We actually have a good starting point. Landon's truck, we had some misfortune. He broke an output shaft because Larson fat fingered a tune-up problem. So on the staging limiter, it actually went full fuel to 3,000 RPM instead of 2,400, and it made too much boost, snapped the output shaft. So he got to lay under his truck in the rain yesterday and get his truck fixed. And then he won the first round. Second round, he went 003 red. So none of the Firepunk camp necessarily won anything. But you know what? In the end, it's not all about winning. It's about having fun and doing what we love. So we're going to get this thing loaded up, head back to Ohio, and until next time.
Mm-hmm.